5, 2 and 10 are the official placings here. 9, 5, 2 and 10. Number 9 is the winner. Unearthly, ridden by Corey Brown, by Zabeel from Snippets Crown, trained by David Payne for the Fairway Thoroughbred Syndicate and Mrs. D. Camilleri. Races in the colours that Fairway, that grand horse, used to sport. Number 5 is Second Santissima, who's by Quest for Fame, a bay filly by Quest for Fame from Sash. John Hawkes training, ridden by Darren Beedman, and of course by Woodland Stud Syndicate. And third going to number 2, and that's Classy Dane, who's by Dane Wynn from Ranzest, trained by Peter Domkins, ridden by Glenn Boss. Number 10 was the official fourth, and that was Ike's Dream. 2 1/4 lengths, a short half head, 1:36.57 the time.
Run well, the conditions will suit him. The track being upgraded to good will suit because he doesn't like it soft, but that's about all I can tell you. I'm hoping he can run a place for me.
Written by a Queen. Interesting horse, has been racing very well.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about this horse, but I do know it's drawn 1 and it will have the run of the race, so you have to put it in.
And Mr. Magoo, well, he's a sort of horse that can run a cheeky rate.
Greg Charles was on board both of those, and he partners on a babe here. Mummify goes in, Fantastic to get set. Yes, Northerly and Sunline, both ridden by Greg Charles. Won this race in the previous 2 renewals. Equal favourites today are Fantastic, Mummify and Maccabi Diva. Sunday Joy is a drifter. There's been support for its stablemate Zagalia in a very open race and a great guide to the Cup, the Caulfield Cup particularly. As Studebaker goes in, not necessarily those that win it though, although Northerly completed this double, so did Sky Heights in '99. Mummify would join Northerly since 1971. Northerly's the only horse to win the Underwood and the Turnbull. Here's On a Babe coming up now. Goes into her place. Sunday Joy about to move up for Brett Preble. Strasbourg sporting blinkers for the first time. Patrick Payne on board today. Took the outside gate and the Turnbull field is locked in. They're ready. Set to run. Racing. Sharpener began awkwardly. Thurman out the back with On a Babe. Mummify first out from Walk On Air, and Sunday Joy drives on trying to find the lead. Eagle Rhythm is up there and Turmeric is just off them. Studebaker caught about 6 wide as pressing forward from midfield as they settle into stride by the 1700 metres. And back behind those, Grey Song not far away. He's better than midfield on the rail. Maccabi Diva's back amongst the tail enders. At the 1600 metres, Walk On Air goes to the lead. They've run the first part pretty slowly and Walk On Air finds the front now by about a length. Studebaker moved up into second placing, and moving up on the outside again was Zagalia. No, Debon on the outside. It's trapped out wide. It is Debon going up into third placing, and then Sunday Joy. Mummify now back 5th on the inside. One Eagle Rhythm Sharpener being followed by Strasbourg the outside. A length and a half further back is Turmeric. He's followed by Grey Song. Back behind those horses then is Zagalia. One further back is Fantastic. Then came another Warrior well off the speed. Behind him is Maccabi Diva, On a Babe and Thurman last. At the 900, the big fellow Studebaker's gone to the lead. He's a length in front here from Debon second. Walk On Air took the trail third, and they were followed as they came up the side by Sunday Joy on the outside 4, and then Eagle Rhythm. Back behind them, Strasbourg is trapped out, and Mummify tucked in the rail. They're trailed by Turmeric, and then came Sharpener Grey Song, who's on the rails as they come around the home turn, and then Fantastic and Maccabi Diva. Thurman has pulled out wide to try and make some ground as they enter the straight now, and the Grey Eagle Rhythm moved up to Debon and Studebaker. Strasbourg and the pink is running on, and they're followed Sunday Joy. Another Warrior through on the inside. Wider out then came Zagalia. Fantastic is in the clear. Maccabi Diva's out wide, stoking up. Studebaker kicked away near the 200 though. Here comes Strasbourg with his run on the outside now, and then Fantastic, Zagalia and Maccabi Diva. Studebaker, Strasbourg pegging him back on the outside. Studebaker keeps giving. Studebaker wins it. Studebaker first. Give it to Fantastic second to nose. Strasbourg, and close up on the outside is Zagalia and Maccabi Diva. Debon in behind them, closely followed by Sunday Joy, On a Babe, Sharpener, and then Turmeric, Mummify. They were followed further back in the field by Thurman, Walk On Air, Eagle Rhythm, Grey Song, and another Warrior last in. Studebaker has caused the surprise. 21.60 and 6.20. He's got there by about 3/4 of a length. Number 12, Studebaker first, going to the front a long way from home under Stephen Baster for John Hawkes, and he's kept on finding. Gives the combination a double. They won with Squad in the first event. 12 the winner. Studebaker, Stephen Baster in the time of 2 minutes and 4 seconds.
12, 1 and 9 are official here in the Turnbull. 2 minutes, 0.4 the time. Wayne Hawkes joining us. That is a classy ride, to say the least.
Yeah, it was a spot-on ride. He got 10 out of 10 for that one.
He worked across.
And Stephen rode him so well too.
You've had a couple of winners in both Melbourne and Sydney now with Corey Brown.
From Accelerator, its value the tote as well. The third elect is probably Thorn Park. In fact, it is Thorn Park just ahead of Forum Floozy, and from there Fiery Venture. Late mail time before we do mounting out here at Randwick with Larry Olsen.
Yes, Brennan, there's not a lot happening.
Last year, Gay Waterhouse and Chris Munce combined this time.
He did, and he looks in magnificent order, as you'd expect. This is his prime objective of the campaign, I suppose, and he gets the thumbs up on looks.
Number 2, Clangalang, a former winner of the Derby at this circuit, has had the setback.
Yeah, no great problem with it. It's kept him nice and fresh, I suppose, and he is a class act. And, well, this track is starting to favour the horses out deep, so he'll be in the right territory.
And he's big unders the tote at the moment. Now, Grand Army number 3 is All of the Rage, the winner of the Doncaster here in April.
Yeah, that's right. He's proven at this level, isn't he? A magnificent style of horse. He's the favourite, and, well, it's justifiable, I suppose. Ran into Lonhro. The form's A1, isn't it?
Number 4, Dress Circle, is second up from a spell. Is it huge odds, the outsider on course? As we look to number 5, Crawl, John Hawkes and Rod Quinn. Very good second up record, winning 3 from 8.
He does have an excellent second up record, but his record at Randwick's hopeless, really. He's had 8 starts and he's run 1 placing here. But he looks well. He's just one of those wild card horses. He might knock you out when you least expect it.
The big test for number 6, Thorn Park, who's right in the market, is the mile. How will he go?
Yeah, well, it's a big call, isn't it? 1,100 metres up to 1,600 as we see him come into the mounting yard. A magnificent style of horse. He's got that wonderful speed at the end of the race. So if he does get the breaks, you couldn't deny him a chance at all.
Crawl stablemate is number 7, Boreal, a horse being kept safe in on-course betting.
Yeah, I'd keep him safe too. He's one of my horses, Boreal. I haven't got him on top here, but I'd suggest that he'd be an excellent chance placed in the Doncaster.
The number 8, Sportsman, undefeated this preparation. Is it the alley which is the only concern, or the mile, or both?
Yeah, I don't have any great concerns with wide gates in Epsoms or Doncasters. We've seen a lot of the winners come from wide gates. This is his acid test, though. He's in against the big boys now. You'll get a terrific sight with him. I wouldn't say he's out without a chance at all. He's just come back so well.
Number 9, Fiery Venture, is 1 for 1 at the mile trip.
I think he's a good chance, Fiery Venture. He came down the inside section at Randwick last week against Zabara, and he's got a very healthy weight drop, 4 kilos, so keep him safe, the chestnut.
92nd, Stoomben. 10 is Oscar Warrior at longer odds, and there he is on screen. Number 11 is Zabara, being kept safe in betting.
Yeah, for sure. He was beaten in this race last year. Might have been a bit immature, but he's ready for the big one today.
And if our director on course can assist, number 17, Gallant, is the other one which is right in the market. There's Stowaway, number 12. 17 for Bart Cummings, Gallant, Scott Seamer and Bart Cummings, and 24 and Floozy. What do you make of Gallant's chances?
Well, he's a bit trimmer there underneath the ribcage. Look how tight he is. He didn't look like that at Rosehill, so he's ready for a big performance, the home track horse.
And 4 and Floozy finally?
Yeah, 4 and Floozy's come into form and come into fitness. She's looked a little bit soft in a couple of runs, but did look a treat last week, and she's progressed even better today.
So much to feast our eyes on, Tony. Good luck.
It's an amazing spectacle in Epsom.
Group 1 debutant.
Lacey, you've taken all before you since arriving in Sydney, and how are you feeling about having your first Group 1 ride today in the Epsom?
Yes, very excited. Very excited to be on Alan's horse. He's a top trainer in Queensland, and I think he's going to be hard. He's going to be a good chance.
His run in the Shannon Stakes was excellent. In fact, so good that Connections decided to fire in a protest against the winner, Sportsman. There was nothing in the result. Given that, Sportsman's also one of the fancies in the race. He's got to be right up there today.
Yeah, I think so. The other day, he was unlucky. If he had got out in a stride early, he definitely would have won. And he's dropping weight. He's a good lightweight chance.
Any nerves for today?
A little bit nervous, but more excited.
It's a real helter-skelter mile, the Epsom.
Yeah, it is. He usually gets right back in his races, but he won't be too far back today, I think. Probably midfield, no worse.
No doubt you're enjoying your stay in Sydney so far, albeit it's been brief, but 2 winners in the metropolitan area. You couldn't have got off to a better start.
No, it's been great. Hopefully today might be the first Saturday one.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
What a way to do it, to win our first Saturday metropolitan race in Sydney by taking out a Group 1. Good luck to Lacey Morrison today.
Well, she is one debutante who goes around in the Group 1 Epsom. And as far as Amex is concerned, it's at long odds but unchanged on course. The money continues to come for Thorne Park and the ride of another Group 1 debutante.
Favourite, best back to beat him, Thorne Park. Previous, won by Unearthly. Niello won the Spring Champion Stakes, both ridden by Corey Brown, and Corey's riding Clangalang here. Now, Gentle Genius moving in now. Gentle Genius comes up into the stalls and the field, and the Energy Australia Epsom handicap is set and ready for dispatch. Soon be away. Line steadies. They're racing, and Sportsman from a wide alley got the best of it. The favourite Grand Army jumped out well. Brits Best is right there. Accelerator just off the speed and improving. Fiery Venture with Forum Floozy. Oscar Warriors going up into the firing line from Zabara. A length the crawl, and then comes Nips. Sportsman getting back. Inspires going up on the inside as they settle fully into stride from Dress Circle. Wyangan Pines, a length Galante, followed by Clangalang, Thorne Park and Boreal. Amex has gone to midfield as Crawl loses ground, and the second last now is Gentle Genius. On the side they go past the 900 and Oscar Warrior and Brits Best, the stablemates. Brits Best leads a half length. Oscar Warrior third, Posse Fiery Venture, Grand Army fourth, Stowaway is next, followed on the extreme outside next as they come down the side by Sportsman. A length and a half to Zabara the inside, and then Stowaway losing ground. Forum Floozy followed closely by Inspire on the rails. A length and a half then coming Accelerator, followed by Amex and Dress Circle. Galante's over on the fence. Losing ground is Nips, Wyangan Pines and Boreal, Clangalang, and then Thorne Park, Crawl and Gentle Genius as they round the corner, and Brits Best is the leader, beat off Clangalang. Fiery Venture followed by Grand Army, who sprinted so quickly he hits the front into the 250. Grand Army, Sportsman, Forum Floozy followed by Boreal, Stowaway, and then Dress Circle. It's Grand Army in front. Here's Clangalang emerging. Clangalang runs to Grand Army. It's Corey again. Clangalang beat Grand Army and Forum Floozy, followed home by Dress Circle, Boreal, Nips, Sportsman, a length Thorne Park, and then came Zabara, Gentle Genius, Stowaway, Amex, and then Accelerator, Fiery Venture, Oscar Warrior, Galante. Well back in the run, weakening out of it, Brits Best and Crawl likewise. And the last couple in Inspire in company with Wyangan Pines. Galante pulled up quickly in the run on. Clangalang's got the money. Corey's done it again. The winner is, or will be, number 2, Clangalang, ridden by Corey Brown. Number 2, Clangalang, has been able to beat the favourite Grand Army, and Forum Floozy will be third. And Corey Brown has completed the big 3 today. Niello, Unearthly, and now Clangalang. 2, 3, 20 and 4 are the placings after the running of this year.
Wow, what a day for Corey Brown, and what a day Gerald Ryan, Joe McKinnon.
Gerald Ryan, congratulations.
Thanks, Joe. David Moody always said always turn a negative into a positive, so when he hurt himself, I got thinking, I tried to ring David, and I ended up getting on him, had a talk, and we'll give it a go.
You turned the horse out magnificently today, and you were quietly confident he'd be there.
Oh yeah, I was confident in his work. His last 3 weeks have been, well, the last 2 weeks since he hurt himself have been terrific, and haven't done a lot with him, but when he sprinted up on Tuesday morning, I was racked.
Well, those plans that you had for him originally are looking very good now.
Very good, just make a dilemma where we go now, but he's got another Group 1 under his belt, and he's a better horse than not just one pace plugger who won a derby on a biased track.
And you're a damn good trainer.
Thanks, Joe.
Gerald Ryan Brown, what a job he's done with Clangalang after all the setbacks he's had, and he's back with a vengeance here today, winning his second Group 1 at Randwick.
And take a moment and reflect on the riding achievements, Joe, of Corey Brown, not to win one, but all three of the Group 1s up for grabs at Randwick this afternoon. The Spring Champion on Niello, then came out to win the Flight on Unearthly, and then steps out in the Epsom Handicap to collect 3 Group 1s. What a rout, what a dominant performance when Grand Army was hailed a winner. The sniper cam is on Sportsman and Grand Army, as you can see, and then Clangalang flies home late to collect the cash. Corey Brown returns, and what a salute from Corey when they hit the line. Absolute jubilation, as you can hear from some of the punters here on the track. Corey's urging the crowd to give him a rousing reception on return, and wasn't he delighted as he crossed the line. So Corey's about to come back in, a feat which, well, hard to be mirrored in future years, one would think, collecting all 3 Group 1s on Randwick's Spring Showcase Day. Corey Brown just to return down the famed Randwick Walkway, and the team of owners behind Clangalang, who'd enjoyed so much success on Derby Day back on Easter Saturday this year. The horse has had its setbacks. It was talked about perhaps the spring campaign was off. Well, it was back on as Corey walks back, and he's back on in grand fashion. Now, first 4 details we await to be confirmed. It's 2, 3, 20 and 4. Number 7 has run 4th. Boreal run 5th, rather. 4th has gone the way of Dress Circle number 4. First 4 in New South Wales, $18,715. As Corey Brown returns to great scenes of elation here at Randwick. Now, Unitab first 4 is through. $54,753 on 2, 3, 20 and 4. This will be a day that Corey Brown will long remember. Just an amazing achievement. They're delighted team of owners. And this son of Clang has added another major Group 1. After winning a Derby, he's claimed one of the most famous mile races in Australia. And this young jockey savouring every moment. He's about to come back into the enclosure, and Joe McKinnon will catch up with him in just a moment. The crowd cheers. Grand Army, the one they heavily backed, made every post a winner, but was run down just in the shadows of the line. Corey Brown all smiles. Grand Army comes back in second. 4 and Floozy, Ron Duffy's mare, running a great race in third. And Dress Circle, the stayer, second up from a spell, running an eye-catching 4th. But Corey's back into the winners' enclosure as we speak. Joe McKinnon, we might come down to you.
Yes, Corey's just dismounted from Clangalang, and this will be a day that he long remembers. Corey Brown, congratulations, taking out 3 Group 1s today, a day you will long, long remember.
Never forget, Joe. It's really 1 in a million, you know. Like, to win 1 Group 1 race a day is great, but to win 3 in a row, like, that's just unreal.
You were so focused today. I saw you earlier this afternoon, and you had a look of fierce determination about you.
Yeah, well, I knew I was going into the whole 3 races with great rides. This horse is a little bit iffy. He'd had a little time off from an injury, and he's back, you know, and goes into the Cox Plate now. But gee, I was more than happy to ride him. Just a bad barrier. I was a bit disappointed.
A great day out, Corey. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Corey Brown, a freak effort to win all Group 1s today, Brendan. He's riding in stellar form, and what about Clangalang? Isn't he back with a vengeance?
He sure is, Joe. Andrew Bensley, plenty of emotion boiling over here on Epsom Day.
No doubt about that, Brendan, and I can say that Clangalang, will it be the capsule, the Cox Plate? The Cox Plate has been spoken about in the last fortnight, and in some news regarding the Cox Plate, I can report sad news from Racing Victoria officials that the German horse Paolini is now not coming for the race. He has a respiratory problem, and sadly the trainer Andreas Schultz contacted Racing Victoria officials in the last half an hour, and Paolini is now not coming for the Cox Plate. Cheltenham race 6 coming up in a minute. There are the latest figures. On Jeune is the total left on that page. We're 11 minutes away from race here at race 8 at Flemington. Short price favourite down the bottom, number 16, at about the $2.10 on the quote on the Super Tab, is just under what they're betting on track. Back with more on race 8 at Flemington.
In the future. Now we're ready to go. Port Lincoln tomorrow, strong 7-race program. Monday we're at Victoria Park, the Fulham Park Plate for the 2-year-olds that feature over 900. Set to go. They're off in the Hill Smith Stakes, and Honor was slow to begin. And nicely away in the centre was Salt Lake City, showing good speed. Free Friday, and Red Princess is going to slot over in third place, and then Exalted Privilege. Quantre Ball is trapped a little wide at the first corner, working up, and Gold Gump is next on the rails. La Boisselle 3/4 away behind him. Then 2 lengths to Shanakov, followed by Spiker Dan and Honor Jeune. At the 1400, Free Friday straight to the front, led Quantre Ball a half length. It's racing a little bit keenly though. It's going up to test the lead of the speeds. Very good. Quantre Ball, in fact, has got hold of the rider at the moment and really fighting him, and puts the head in front, and as a result they string out, and the speed's genuine. Third is Red Princess on the inside of Salt Lake City. 3 to Exalted Privilege, who's on the outside there of Gold Gump and La Boisselle. Each of that trio suited by this genuine tempo. 2 to Shanakov, 2 Spiker Dan. The favourite Honor Jeune is last as they leave the back part of the course in the Hill Smith Stakes and approach the 800 metres. The leader, Free Friday, a half to Quantre Ball. A length away in third place, Red Princess, being covered by Salt Lake City. They pack up a little now by the 7, Exalted Privilege, about to pop out 3 wide because Shanakov's going. Honor Jeune's out 4 deep and starting to improve. Gold Gump on the inside, La Boisselle and Spiker Dan. It's Free Friday on the corner. Quantre Ball looks under immense pressure. Shanakov out 3 wide, 4 wide Honor Jeune. Then Salt Lake City. Gold Gump can't get through. It's badly held up for a run. 1 off the rails. La Boisselle and Exalted Privilege pulled out to the middle at the 200 metres. Honor Jeune went fast and hit the lead now from Shanakov. Gold Gump is busting for a run. La Boisselle continues to make ground on the outside with Exalted Privilege. Honor Jeune the leader. La Boisselle is coming after him. Honor Jeune from last in the Hill Smith Stakes is first now and wins it by a length and a quarter. Second in was La Boisselle, and 3/4 away third Exalted Privilege, followed in by Shanakov, and Gold Gump still looking for a way through. Very, very unlucky indeed. And then Quantre Ball, Spiker Dan, Free Friday, followed home by Salt Lake City. And back with him was another Lindsay Park runner in Red Princess, 150.74 the time.
It's trained at Strathalbyn by Peter Montgomery. Is Honor Jeune there, winning the Hill Smith, the listed stakes race there at Cheltenham. 2, 9 and 5, and we'll stand by for quintillas and trifectas. Now, waiters there on the Epsom, the previous race for 2, 3 and 20. Officially fourth went to Dress Circle. You've had the first 4s. Clangalang winning the Epsom. The trifecta now $508. 7 minutes away from race 8 here at Flemington. Just getting over the win of Studebaker in the previous. Horses going out onto the track. As you can see, they are the latest tote figures. One that's right there in contention at $11 is Lady Sophia, jockey Gary Mathrick.
Well, Gary, I suppose you've got to rise to the occasion today. Non-claiming race?
Yes, it is, Alf.
Now, she won very well last start. Are you going to try and lead again today?
Well, it was a little bit of pace from out wide. Just, you know, see how we go when we get out there. Look, she can have a race a bit if something takes her on, but we'll see how we go.
Gary, Lady Sophia's drawn 7. Do you think it's a plus?
Look, it doesn't really matter what gate you draw, because, you know, like last couple of times she's drew it out wide. And she ended up, you know, on the fence in front, so yeah, I don't think it matters.
She seems to be racing so well this preparation. Any reason why?
I think last spell, you know, really helped her. She, you know, really grew and, you know, put on a fair bit of condition, so...
Well, she was very impressive last start. Gary, we wish you well. This will be the biggest race for you, so good luck.
Thank you, Ralph.
Right, race 8 coming up here at Flemington in 6 minutes. 16 Vocabulary is the firming favourite now. It was easy early, but they've starting to come for it at $2.20. You're right on the mark. Lady Sophia, number 12's been easy on track, but some value on the tote for number 12, that $11 quote. Looking up above it. They've all been a touch easy. There's a number of horses reactive there's been specking for just in the last call coming through.
A little bit of fun.
Mick Price will be joining us in a moment. Just a quick word, if we can, on the Turnbull Stakes fast time.
Ordinary time.
Well, it was. What, I mean, do we gain anything from it with the horses that finished back in the pack? Mummifier being one of those that couldn't get a run?
Well, went forward, then got...
Ride by Stephen